the Sheldons, which is the best bookstore, video store, and computer repair store in the world. And they're pretty cool. Oh! Okay. Hello! She's cool.
She's cool.
We're both cool.
Yeah.
And we're gonna explore this place. We have some cool things, I think. Wow.
That's pretty cool, huh? Lots of stuff has happened here.
Oh my gosh, lots of stuff? Like
Yeah.
what?
Well, this is the oldest building in Wrightwood. 1924.
No.
Yep. It's been the market, the post office, the...
In a brothel.
Yeah, why don't you tell the story?
Well, actually, it was the market downstairs, and I'll even show you it was, give you an idea exactly how old it is. We have a freezer back there that was the old blocks of ice and straw kind of freezer, no refrigeration units or anything. It predates all that. But
Wow, so it was a brothel?
upstairs, they have a main common room up there where the guys would come up, meet the lady of their choice, and then there were bedrooms off of that. But an interesting thing, one of the ways you really know that it was a brothel, there is a doorway from every bedroom leading out to the stairs. So you go into the central area, make your choice, go off to the room, conduct business, and then you slip out, not having to see anybody else, in the main room.
Oh
From
my
that point
gosh.
on, but-
This is getting good.
Yeah.
And it turns out that not everybody that was indulging upstairs left.
Why?
And that's even after death.
Yep.
After death?
Yep. There's 3 spirits here. We've had some people come and do 2 different groups come and didn't know each other and felt the same stuff. Same 3 people, same age groups, same everything. Like everything corresponded. It was kind of creepy. I didn't like it. Jeff liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
You're like, get out of here, spirits. So are
Yeah.
they here when you're in the store ever? Do you feel
They
them
are.
or see them or
We-
do they do anything?
I've never seen them out of the front of my eyes, but out of the corner of my eyes, I have seen things move. Either just live or in the cameras.
Oh.
And then books fall off the shelves.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Why do you think these spirits are here? Are they men, women, what?
There's 2 men and 1 woman. The 2 men, it's an older, kind of crotchety,
Salty.
salty kind of man. And then a young man. They're not sure if possibly he could have been one of the men who worked here when it was the store, or his son, or they couldn't get any information like that out of him. And then the lady is one of the working girls.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a story.
So we had,
Ooh.
like she said, 2 groups of people come through. The first they're really nice sisters. They're from England originally, but one lives out here in California now, and her sister was out to visit. And they came in to stroll and look at the books. And we have a little friend back there in the back room that I'll introduce you to her here pretty soon. But they wanted a selfie taken with our friend back there. So they took a picture and sent it out to some friends, different places around the world that didn't know each other. And they all 3 came back and said, that picture's fine, it's cute. What about the guy behind you?
There was no guy.
What?
There was
All
no guy.
3 of them sensed somebody, and one even went as far as to say,
Yeah.
he's an older man, he's got his back to you, and he's looking down at a hatchet. Now, what they didn't know, they were cleaning out a shop between renters, and the realtor asked me if I wanted to look at the bookshelves and stuff. And when I was in there, he said, "Here, take some of this." And he gives me a box with some left behind stuff from the other renters. And one of the things he had was this old hatchet. And I took it in the back and stuck it up on a shelf. And Cindy's back there doing something in her flip-flops. And that hatchet came off the shelf and almost took her toes off.
No.
Yeah.
The hatchet?
Yeah.
The hatchet.
So I stuffed it in a box, which was not visible to anybody.
Or in the picture or
Yeah,
anything.
because the picture was at waist high. The box was down on the floor and had stuff over the hatchet.
Oh my
So that guy had no idea
Yeah.
that hatchet was there, but he sensed that the spirit was looking at the hatchet that he would have no idea about.
So we don't know if that man came with the hatchet, or was he here before? We don't know.
Wow.
But in the back, in the game room, and in the back where the videos are, and the very back, that's where everybody lives.
Yeah, that's where they sense.
That's where they would.
So they would. That's where there's the
That's
most
where the
of them
most
congregating.
Yeah. that's
Hence
where
why
most
Cindy
of the
stays up here primarily.
Yeah, that's where
Oh,
most of the
wow.
activity is.
Okay.
And the only time I hate coming in here is at night when I'm by myself and the lights are all off.
Oh, I bet.
I like run to the back, turn a light on, do what I gotta do, shut down, say hello, do my pleasantries, please don't kill me, and leave.
Yeah.
I'm
an idiot. I'll sit here
he
all
wants
night and
them to come
yeah.
out and play, but not me.
Do you think he was a killer? Because he seems mean if he's trying to
No,
cut
I
off
think
your foot.
He's just unhappy. I think he's
Okay.
just an unhappy person.
Yeah.
And just maybe wants attention.
Yeah.
That's what it could be. Because if he was a killer, I think he could have hit my foot.
That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe he's not a good aim.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh my God. That
was
blame
creepy.
you. Does he bother you at all, or is he nice to you?
I haven't had any interactions with him, really.
Oh.
Although I have had an interaction.
With what?
The woman.
Oh, what
Yeah.
happened?
So, it turns out these two English women, actually belong to a paranormal research group, and they asked if they could come back and do a survey here.
Yeah.
And they set up sensors all over the place, and then we chose the game room because of the nice table and everything, and they felt quite a bit of energy in that area. So we had all the sensors out, different types, EMF, and little things were just the slightest motion will trigger it. And they were talking with her and actually communicating with her. She was responding coherently with the sensors.
The lights would flicker, like
Oh.
they'd say,
Twice
whatever,
for yes, once
twice
for no.
and the lights would flicker.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So we were sitting back there talking.
I was not back there.
Nope.
Mind you, I was by the front door,
Wow.
ready to go out.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So there was a few of us sitting around in there, and at some point in the conversation, they determined it was the female. They asked if she pointed to her husband, and she said, "Would you like to take Mike up to one of the rooms with you?" And the lights did nothing. And she pointed over to another guy and said, "Would you like to take so-and-so up to one of the rooms with you?" Nothing happened. He said, "Would you like to take Jeff up to one of the rooms with you?" And the lights went off like a disco.
All the lights went off.
And you're Jeff.
They were
Yay!
freaking out. They started teasing him. It's your girlfriend. It's your girlfriend.
Oh my God.
And she told them her name. Her name is Jean.
Mm-hmm.
They got that audio from her.
Yes,
I don't
the
know.
EVPs.
One of their machines that it picked that
Picks
up.
that up?
So now Jeff has a girlfriend and a shot.
You're so bad.
Yes,
Well,
he is.
we have an arrangement.
Yes,
Oh,
we
I
do.
see. You can.
No bodies
Yeah.
or 4 legs.
I can have all
Okay,
the girlfriends
yeah,
I
so
want.
a dog,
so
cat,
he can be with
creature.
a ghost.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, the ghost
Yeah.
is fine.
Okay.
I'm not intimidated by that.
So we had a few people that wanted to check this out. It was not a lot to do sometimes. Other than drink, there's not a lot to do. We're trying to help that, but
Yeah.
not a lot to do in this town once the sun goes down. So there were quite a few people in here, and at one point, I'm going to pan over to where we were. This place is full of little rooms and nooks and crannies, and we were set up here. They felt some energy at this point, and while they had the sensor set up and they were trying to communicate with the spirits, there was a woman who, she felt cold at first, and then she got dizzy to the point where two of us had to grab her as she was
She
collapsing.
was falling. Yeah.
Her heart rate shot up. We had to take her over to the couch, and actually
She was
it moved along.
physically, like physically, she was. You could see that something did something to her.
Oh my God.
And it moved with her because the lights were back here that were flickering and doing all their thing. But when she came up here, the lights that were up here started flickering and doing their thing.
I've never heard.
And those stopped back there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was so. And then they did a little incantation or whatever to make the spirit go away or whatever. And like within 5 minutes, she was back to normal.
Oh my gosh, that's one of the best.
That was creepy.
I've heard like a real thing
Yeah.
because you can say, oh, they got this on a little recorder
Right.
and that, but flickering lights and
Right.
And her knees buckled. She
Yeah,
was going
she was
down like
going
a sack
down.
of rocks.
Yeah.
wow,
And she
Yeah.
was embarrassed. It wasn't something she was,
right.
wanting to
She wasn't
grab
ready
the
for
spotlight.
This.
No.
And then after that happened, and she's up here, one of the guys that were here to experience the whole thing, he said, I have to leave. He said, I can't be here anymore. And we're like, what's going on? He's like, I can't. I just can't. And he left.
Wow.
Like that. Yeah, he didn't want anything to follow him home.
Yeah.
Now, is that cross there to keep them away, or does that even do anything? Is it not like a religious type of spirit?
I got that cross from Cindy's family.
Oh.
You want to see why I like it so much?
Yeah,
See.
it's
Let's
not
see
your
what
typical
happens.
cross.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So if you look up, or look at the bottom,
What is? Oh
A
my
spelling cross.
gosh!
Yeah.
isn't that something?
And then
I was just enamored with that.
Oh man, I love
Yeah.
that. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't think religion keeps any ghosts out.
You know,
No, I don't think so. Or vampires, for that matter.
I've met quite a few of the psychic kind. I haven't
Oh.
met too many of the blood
Haven't met
drinking
any
ones.
of the bloodthirsty.
Yeah, there's a lot of those around.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
But in Wrightwood, you said there's not a lot to do, but come here and you have movie night.
We
We
do.
do.
Fridays and Saturdays.
Mhm.
Yep.
Fridays are more kid-oriented.
Yeah.
And I hate to use the word adult on Saturdays because it's not adult films, but it's more
Grown-up.
action-y, thriller
Yeah.
kind of things. So
Some cursing maybe,
Yeah.
some
Oh,
nudity
yeah.
maybe, but not
Yeah.
not like anything like
Yeah.
that you would want your kids.
Yeah.
But it's up to the parents. If
That's
the parents
true.
want their kids to come,
it's not always necessarily,
no,
it's not like
No.
Quentin Tarantino all the time.
no,
Yeah.
But
Well, it's not. I mean, they get worse on the internet. So.
oh, that's a fact.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So that's
Right.
crazy.
But we leave it up to the parents. We publish what's playing, like a month in advance in the paper, and we post it on our door. And
And we try to, especially with the kids, try to meet with the kids and see what they want to
yeah,
see.
our regular
and try to
kids, we ask them what they want to see,
tailor it.
and they usually give us guidance,
Wow.
or ideas.
Yeah.
it's
I
pretty fun.
know. I had to go somewhere and work when
Oh.
they had Moulin Rouge, and I was so disappointed.
We'll play it again.
We'll play it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, because I haven't watched it for a while. Long while.
Okay.
Now, I heard also you have Dungeons and Dragons here,
That
and
we
you're a big
do.
fan of that.
I've only been playing since 1978.
Oh, that's
So,
not very long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
No.
a flash
When
in
it
the
came
pan.
out. That's all.
Yeah, no, we have a kids game on Saturdays, and then we do Sunday evening, Monday evening now, Tuesday evening, and Wednesday evening.
Yeah.
So
Oh
it's
my gosh.
3 hours a pop, so it's
Yeah.
3
it's almost a
hours?
career in
Yeah.
itself.
That's
Yeah.
a career. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You should start charging everybody that comes in.
The
You know,
Tuesday
like-
night people,
That's what we've started talking
yeah,
about.
Have a kitty.
We do though, like when they come. I mean, we sell candy and stuff
Yeah.
and snacks for the movie nights.
Oh.
But when they come here and play D&D, we sell that too. And their drinks, their snacks, anything, they
Yeah.
buy it from us. So we make a little bit of money.
Okay.
It's just more for the community to do something other than drink.
yeah, the community's been so good to us. It's
Yeah.
kind of a way to give back
Yeah.
in a way that's
Yeah.
non-destructive and actually
Right.
helps your brain.
Now, I heard, though, during the quarantine, you got shut down for like a week.
Yeah.
Now, why is that? You're
I
giving.
think the main thing on the letter, it mentions entertainment facilities.
Right.
Mm.
And in our name, it's
Sheldon
Entertainment Company. So if you've never been in our store, you have no idea what we do, because we do more than just entertain. We do faxing, copying, laminating.
We have computer workstations.
Computer workstations that you can go on if you don't have internet up here, because a lot of people don't, because they're either weekenders or they're just not at their house that often, so they don't pay for the internet, so they can come here and use our internet.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we do the computer repairs, and according to all the government documentation, IT is an essential category.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I had to go through and...
We had to prove that we are an essential business.
Well, especially with the quarantine and the mothers with their kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's definitely essential. I'm sure.
Yeah.
It just a couple hours. Moms that are now confined with these kids.
With their kids that are usually in school.
Yeah, and the kids are going nuts because they're getting stir crazy.
Yeah.
Just to have a couple hours, they can watch a movie.
Right.
She can sit down with a book and just unwind and find her grounding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that I don't know how that can be considered not essential.
That is essential.
Yeah.
I'm sure they would be here protesting about it. If they couldn't
And so
have it.
we are able to open. We'll be opening soon.
That's right. You rent videos out.
We do that too. Yep. We
Oh my
rent
gosh.
movies.
While we're talking about the movies, we could go back there and I can show you the friend we were talking about that they
Oh my
wanted
gosh,
to selfie
yes,
with.
yes. And
Yeah.
I want to see the place where the ghosts hang out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do that.
Okay, let's do that.
So, maybe we can kick the light on for here. Okay. This is one of the areas. This place is really bizarre. Below us, there's a mini market, and behind there's an area where their ice machine is and their sinks and everything where they do all the cleaning. I've always gotten a really awful feeling in there.
Ooh.
And that is actually directly above, this room here is directly above that.
Uh-oh.
And everybody that's come in here, they got a feeling of doom in this room itself. And I actually took some of the investigators down, and one of them flat out refused to go into the room.
Yeah, because it was so dark.
Wow.
And they feel something pulling.
Yeah. And this is the room where books fly off the shelf. And, I mean, nobody's in there. And all of a sudden, you'll see in the camera a book fall, and you'll hear it hit the ground, of course.
That's weird.
But, yeah, creepy.
I think
take a
this
peek
is
in?
the best. Yeah, let's look. Hopefully I won't collapse.
Oh,
So, hopefully nothing gets thrown off on your
It's very unbalanced in here.
you feel it?
Yeah, it's very unbalanced. That's what I feel.
Yeah.
It's very weird. I don't feel doom yet, but I feel unbalanced.
Yeah. It feels, what I've been told is the farther back you go, the worse it gets.
Oh.
Like, not the worst, but you know what I mean.
The
Like,
stronger.
The stronger the feeling and the stronger the pull is.
And then I'm not in here alone, so that helps too.
Right, that probably helps.
And the bright light of day as well.
Right.
So.
Oh my gosh, at night it would be very frightening.
Yeah, so when are you spending the night here?
Oh, I can't. I have things to do.
You have things to do.
Yes, I have things to do. So many things. But oh my gosh. So the ghosts are kind of mischievous, but also kind of mean too.
Well,
Not.
the old man
He's
might
just
be.
like
He's just salty. He's just a cranky.
cranky, yeah. But I don't think anybody else. I think if anybody wanted to do something to us, any of the three of them, something would have happened.
Yeah, they've had plenty of opportunity.
Now
Yeah.
we've been here almost 3 years, so
Okay.
I think
Every day of that.
I
3
think
years.
it would have been like they would have made it
themselves,
known and hurt one of us or hurt somebody, and nobody's been hurt here.
Right,
that
and
we
you get
know of.
really sick
Yeah,
or something. Yes.
Yeah,
Because I
and-
heard they can make you sick.
Yeah, and there's been nothing to speak of, I would say.
Wow.
You know? And people, they feel stuff. Like, we'll introduce you to our friend back here.
Yeah. Let's see your friend.
Yeah. So let's see. Where is she? Oh, she's
It's a woman. Okay.
she's kind of hiding right now.
Oh no.
Let's see if we can get her turned around. Hello.
Nice hair.
This is our little friend. This is Annabelle.
Oh my
She
gosh.
looks like the doll Annabelle from The Conjuring, from that movie. She looks like it. She does not look like. She does not look like the
She's
real
like-
Annabelle, because the real
Right.
Annabelle is a Raggedy Ann doll.
Okay.
But she looks like Annabelle, the doll that was in the movie.
This looks like real hair,
Yeah.
too. It's
Yeah.
very creepy.
And
It's a little
we
unnerving.
have people come in specifically to see her, specifically to get a picture with her,
oh my god.
that kind of thing. We have people that won't come in if she's back here, like, propped up. Because we do use her, like, on Halloween.
Yeah.
We'll put her at the front of the store, put her out so she's accessible. Not so much all year round, but people do come in to see her.
You know why
Wow.
she's always here, though?
What?
You know why she's always here?
No.
Because somebody won't let me take her home.
No way. She's not allowed in our house.
I don't blame you.
I said, I want a
No.
picture of me laying in bed, cuddling her like I'm asleep. And
No.
She said, what-
Another
No.
woman.
She said, what
in
the
your
hell?
life.
Yep,
That's
see?
enough. You have the
Exactly.
ghost. My
Exactly.
God. Jean. Does she kind of has vacant eyes. Like
Yeah.
very weird eyes.
She's
too.
kind of like.
we do have
I
some
don't think
customers.
she's- I don't think she's creepy. I don't think she's creepy. I think she's a nice little doll. She does. I think what makes her creepy is she looks like Annabelle the doll.
Yes,
She
that's
totally
weird.
does. And we got her from a friend who got her at a thrift store for almost nothing. This
Oh
was
my
before Annabelle came out. Like I think it was right at
right
the
after the
beginning.
first,
Yeah.
probably just after The Conjuring, before the Annabelle movie itself.
Yeah. And so he bought her for Jeff because Jeff loves creepy dolls. Well, he doesn't love them, but
He
loves
likes
them.
them.
Hey.
Yeah.
he has to. He doesn't want to be around them. Doesn't want to be like clowns. He hates clowns too, but he loves clowns in the same breath.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like love-hate
Love-hate-
relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A love-hate
Yeah,
relationship.
there's
Yeah.
there's adrenaline junkies. Some people do
Yeah.
skydiving or zip lining or scuba dive in caves and that kind of thing to get their adrenaline up. I like things that terrify me, and I get this
He's a
rush off of
weirdo.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a kook.
I don't like things like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But
And
so-
I heard your movies that you do are really, really disturbing too.
They're a little on the bizarre side.
Yeah.
Yes.
Usually when we have friends that we finally get broken down and they convince us to watch them, they either thank you, it was so nice to know you, goodbye, we'll never see you again, or
Yeah, just let ourselves out.
yeah, or they're
Oh.
best friends forever, you know.
Oh, that's
because
funny.
they're that like, what were you thinking, kind
Yep.
of things. So
Oh my gosh. What are the titles of the films you've done?
There was Heart of the Machine I did with
Yeah.
her.
Oh.
yeah, that's a
And-
good one.
Probably not one of the kookier ones.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
there was one I did in the Navy. There was a really awful cocktail of suppressed rage and extreme boredom that it wasn't a good combination. And
yeah.
I had a point to make, but I took a really weird trip through the garden to actually get to that point. But
And the thing that surprises me is he always has, no matter how crazy and bizarre, willing participants. So, like, you want me to do what? I would say, and they're just like, okay, whatever you want me to do, Jeff.
Oh, that's funny.
we'll just say in the movie I made in the Navy, one of the actresses she ate nothing but creamed corn for an entire week to get a shot.
To get a shot.
Oh. This is getting a little
Crazy.
Yeah.
crazy, I think. I can only see one thing that could happen out of that, and
I
it's
got
not
the
good.
shot.
It's not good. Oh my God! Oh,
And then she was kind enough to volunteer to clean up and everything afterward.
Oh my God! Oh, this sounds bad.
One of the things I like about this place so much, and well, I've always loved bookstores since I was tiny, and I loved this one in particular, and I wanted it anyway. But they mentioned that the place was haunted, kind of under their breath,
Ooh.
and that's
That's
all I
him.
needed to hear,
Yeah.
right? But then there's all kinds of other weird little things, little quirks in this building. If you kick that light on, honey, back there. So there are, I don't like to zoom. There are doors
Yeah.
that go to nowhere. It's kind of like the
What?
Winchester house.
So you open the door and there's nothing there, but a wall or something.
Yeah. And then, if we can go in the bathroom.
It says absolutely no admittance.
I think the reason is it would cost a fortune, and there's not enough room to do like ADA compliant.
Oh. Okay.
So he just makes it so it's staff
Staff only. Yes.
Yeah.
I've been in there though.
Yee!
I
Oh.
think. Well,
You
my
might have
spirit
dreamt
has.
it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
astral
I dreamt
projection,
that.
that's what it was.
Yeah, astral projection.
If you
So-
take a look in the bathroom there,
Yeah.
there is a complete window.
Yeah. Can you open it? Oh no, it's painted.
You can open it, and it opens to a wall.
Oops.
Oops.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was that supposed to happen?
Hasn't before. Maybe they like you.
Maybe they like me. Well, look.
Yeah,
There's
it
nothing
opens
there.
Yeah, right to a wall.
Oh my god.
So I love this place just because of the quirks and the spirits, and
I don't blame
it just
you.
makes me happy.
It scares
It
your
was-
wife, but terrifying. You love it. You love it.
The woman is a saint. She puts up with an awful lot.
Oh
I'm
my
not
gosh,
easy
okay.
to be around, but she's a
you're
saint.
Just horrible. You're
Woo!
Just horrible. This is weird that you'd have a window.
Isn't that
to
bizarre?
A wall. Very weird.
No good reason.
No.
And I'm kind of person who, if there was some kind of explanation, I wouldn't want to know it.
No.
I just love the mystery of it, and I like to create reasons in my own head for why it's there. And
Yeah.
because so often in life, reality is such a letdown compared to what you can cook up and
Oh
concoct
my
in your
gosh.
head.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. So this is our place.
I love it.
I got my some of my collection. Have you ever taken a look at the collection?
Some, but not all of it. Oh my gosh.
I love
The movie, the videos,
up on the above
the
the.
cameras.
I love that movie, Bad Moms.
Yeah?
I think that's the one. Wait, no, is it? I can't remember. It's something like that. But it's funny.
But up on top of the shelves.
Oh my gosh. Whoa.
Yeah. So
This is cool.
I love Cindy's parents.
Yeah.
They are collectors of all sorts of
Everything.
things. And so they can appreciate when they find somebody else with that bug,
Yeah.
then they go all out. So I get camera after camera for
Oh my
Christmas. And
gosh. You don't have a beta, do you?
in Lancaster, at our house,
Oh my god.
I've got a 3/4 inch U-matic as well. But
This is amazing.
I love the Panasonic camera up there.
This one here?
A little further back.
Or this one?
That one.
Okay. Wow.
That, I worked, when I got out of the Navy, at it was a local low-power TV station. And I did a lot of work there. And they just gypped me on pay till I left. And then years later, I went to the pawn shop, and that was one of the cameras that I used, and I got it for $10. But,
$10?
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, now we're all 4K and everything, so it's not. But it's just, I got a little something of value out of that situation long
That's
after the
neat.
fact, but
That's really cool.
yeah.
It's got like outlets and
Oh, yeah.
oh my gosh, for mics and ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
So, also when I came in, I noticed you have animals. Like,
That we do.
where did you get them?
Well, some people have drug dealers. We have a critter dealer.
Oh,
There is a sweetest gal lives upstairs who just has
It's not
the
a brothel
biggest heart.
anymore.
No, not a no. She's
No, she's
That
not.
we know
She li-
of.
well-
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
well. There's I can't say what the critters do up there. So.
Right.
But she rescues. There's in town. It's an all rescue pet shop, and it's all adoptions. They don't sell out the animals. But she handles all the exotics, the insects and reptiles and that kind of thing. And we have no ability to say no to her, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
She has this like thing. I don't know. She comes in and she's like, Sandy, I have this critter. Okay.
Just drool starts to come out.
And if we foster something, we're gonna fail.
Yeah.
We're gonna be a foster fail.
Well, you had a
Ridiculous.
snappy python, right? Or boa? What is it? A
Boa.
boa. Okay, I don't know
Yeah.
the difference really, but
Yeah, she was not a foster fail. But we have geckos. We have.
Should we take a look at it?
Yeah, let's go.
I
look.
want to see. Introduce your
Okay.
Our critters.
gang
I'll
here.
introduce Cindy, some of the gang. Yeah, the good thing about the critters is it gets people in here. People see, from outside when the door opens, you can see Wilfred, the turtle.
Look at Wilfred.
He's a little social butterfly.
He had a little problem too, didn't he?
Oh yeah. He wouldn't eat for about 6 months, and we couldn't figure out why. And then this was in his tank, in the bottom of his tank, and that was why he wasn't eating. He had this rock or something. We don't know how it got in there, or it must have grown. I've heard that we did some research, and we've heard that some of the worms that you feed them have like the crusty, like the super worms.
They have sort of a calcium sort of shell.
Their shell is harder for the turtle to digest. So that can build up.
And he's a spoiled little brat. We put all the
Yeah.
veggies in the world up there, and he
He
wants meat.
He wants the worms.
He likes
Yeah.
the worms and the dubias and all that stuff.
He's a carnivore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
And then we
my
have
God.
Taffy. Let me open her
Yeah,
up.
let's get Taffy out. Taffy's a sweetheart.
You're very cute.
Now we used
He's
to have.
looking at me.
Oh yeah, he'll follow you around.
That's amazing. I love turtles. I like lizards. Oh, she's so pretty.
She's a sweetheart.
Oh,
She likes
she's beautiful.
She likes
Would you be interested?
I can hold it?
Yeah.
Her. Not it.
So she used to have her boyfriend in there.
Yeah.
What happened to last time I was here, her boyfriend was in there.
Yeah, he was mean to her.
She was
When
going
she
through laying
goes
eggs.
through- yeah, she lays eggs.
Yeah.
Like once a year, they go through their cycle. And last year he was fine going through it, and this year he was mean to her. And she still has a little mark on her head.
He
No.
was giving her
Yeah.
hickeys all over.
She had bruises and stuff all over her back, and
I didn't even know
she'll give
lizards
you
could bruise.
kisses. Oh my gosh, she's so sweet. She's such a good
So
girl.
where's your boyfriend then?
He's in a tub in the back.
He's in timeout.
He's in timeout.
Yeah, he's like,
We're getting a new tank for them, but they're gonna be together but separate.
oh.
We're getting a bigger tank, and then it's gonna have a divider in there, and they'll just be separate because it just stresses her out.
I would think so.
Yeah, so
Men.
yeah, you know how they are.
I know, they're horrible. They're just horrible.
Yeah,
Let's get a good shot
she's a
of
good
you.
girl.
Beautiful girl.
Oh, look at that little.
Yeah, there's a kisses.
Kissy kiss.
And lately, she started chirping, which I knew they chirped, geckos, but I didn't know that they chirped, the ones that we have.
Wow.
And just all of a sudden, she'll go, quack. And it's so cute.
That
been-
is a cute sound. I love frogs and
Yeah,
the
it's
noises they
kinda like
make.
that. Yeah.
It's been a
She's
little
cute.
cool in here, so Cindy's been,
Yeah, I've been putting her
Get
on
her
her
on her
shoulder,
shoulder
and
Oh.
put
And
a
have it-
jacket over her, and
she'll move the jacket a little bit, and she's like, no.
yeah,
Really?
she's like,
That's her.
she like opened. That's when she chirped. That's when she's been chirping.
Oh my God. You guys are great with these guys. Now, these are all rescued too, I think.
Everything here is.
Aren't they? That is so great. And then you have 2 pups that are rescues.
Yeah.
3 now.
3.
Yeah.
So
Buddy.
oh,
We got
oh my
Buddy
gosh,
and-
yes. So one is a big bulldog, and he can't use his back legs because he was used for what?
Well, she was overbred,
Oh,
and they think it may be sort of a genetic issue with the hips, but we're working on that. We're massaging the legs and stretching them, and then we have wheels for her, but they don't really help with the legs because the back legs are suspended so they don't drag on the ground. So we're getting braces for the legs to help straighten them out. Yeah. And then we got a strap that goes around her lower abdomen, and then up top it connects to her harness. And then it has like a purse strap that goes over your shoulder, and you can support the weight.
Oh, and then she can kind of walk.
And just eventually we'll train her into having full functionality of all four of the legs.
You guys are great.
That's the goal.
Bean, the little snot.
Well, that's the fierce Chihuahua.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
She's a teacup.
You don't want to come in here when she's here.
She is Daddy's
She'll let
girl.
you know. She's security. Head of security.
And then what's the other one?
Buddy.
I haven't met her. I don't think I've met Buddy.
He's at the house.
Yeah.
He stays at the house. He doesn't come to the shop hardly ever. But we rescued him about 5 years ago.
Wow.
And he is just, he fell in love with Jeff, and they just bonded, and so we brought him
It was pretty
home.
immediate. The man that was running the rescues, I walked by and Buddy pushed himself up against the side of the cage as I was walking by so I could scratch him.
Yeah.
And the guy was taken aback. His mouth was open. And he said he's growled and snapped at every person that's walked by there.
Oh my God.
So
you're like,
okay, it's done.
Taking him.
Yeah.
I'm taking him.
And he was 4 when we got him. So
oh wow.
We don't know what happened to him before. Mm-mm. He does not like loud noises. He does not like if someone runs, a little kid or somebody runs up, he gets scared about that and he starts barking. But
hence why we
that's
keep
why he
him,
stays at the shop at the house.
Yeah. He's got issues.
Yeah. And he's good at the house. He doesn't mind being alone.
Although
but now Stella's there.
Well, the thing is, we had a 19-year-old dog. And Buddy really found a sense of purpose he was the dog's caretaker.
He would clean him.
He was constantly just there tending to every need that he had.
Little thing.
And then he passed, and Buddy seemed to have lost his sense of purpose. Yeah. So now we figured one of the main reasons for Stella is we thought she would be wonderful for him, being special needs.
Yeah.
He's
warm enough.
She's growing on him, but he would growl at her and like, I don't want to be around you. Yeah. Now he's fine. He tolerates her. Just like Bean. He tolerated Bean, and then now they're the best of friends.
Yeah.
So,
and Bean's playing quite a bit with Stella.
Bean plays.
The Chihuahua and the Bulldog is.
Well, dogs are fun. They can be mean to each other, and then they're playing crazy. So it's like you don't know. Maybe I think a lot of times they're jealous. Yeah. Because dogs get jealous.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh my God. One of mine does that, and it's like, when you're around, when you're not around, they're like, oh, we're best of friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
But is there anything else?
We have some more critters back there.
Yeah, we do.
Oh,
we
you do?
Some Madagascar hissing cockroaches.
Oh my gosh.
We have a Goliath bird-eating tarantula.
A what?
A Goliath bird-eating tarantula. When she gets full grown, she'll be the size of a dinner plate. Right now, she's
and I don't mean one of those Weight Watchers dinner plates.
Like that big, but she's going to be like that big.
Does she bite?
She does. They don't. Tarantulas don't typically bite.
Pinch?
They do have fangs, but that's more for eating. Okay. What they do is on their abdomen and on their butt, they have these little fine hairs, and it feels like insulation.
Ew.
Like it makes it itchy, and it's not fun. So that's their defense mechanism for us. This one, we've had several, and I've, I guess befriended one. She used to take naps on my chest. When I would take a nap, she would sit on my chest and take a nap. This one does not like to be held.
Oh.
Yeah.
We won't bring it out.
Not terribly social.
No. Yeah. She's not terribly social. The hissers, I think they're gross, so they stay back there. And
I want to watch the final episode in Creepshow and put those on my head so I can get that full immersive.
Oh my gosh.
Beyond 3D, that immersive.
We've tried it, and they don't stick to his head.
Yeah, they're quick.
He has no hair.
Yeah, there's nothing for them to get
so
caught in.
They have to grab something.
They have to grab onto something, yeah.
They have to grab.
But not,
Well, what else? Is there anything else you want to tell us? I mean, we've covered a lot.
Yeah.
This is an amazing place.
Yeah, I mean, we have everything. We have everything in here is used. Almost everything is used. In good shape, though. You know. So, and reasonably priced.
So, I'm sure people want to visit here now.
Yeah.
What is the address? How do they get here?
We are at 6069 Park Drive in Wrightwood, California. It's right on the corner of the main drive as you're driving into town. You pass the stop sign. There's only one. You
Yep.
pass the stop sign, pass the gas station, make a left, and we're there on the left.
Hold up.
Oh,
So
yeah.
they can
Oh.
see.
And then this
Yeah,
is
just-
our...
There's confirmation that we
Yeah.
were the first.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, it's almost 100 years old.
Yeah.
this is your
that's
address
crazy.
here.
Yeah.
And that's the address.
6069?
Yep.
Hmm.
Oh my God. Park Drive.
I guess that tied in with the whole brothel thing.
There
I
you
think
go.
so. My gosh.
Maybe.
Oh my gosh. That is
Yeah.
funny. Well, thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much for
anytime.
coming.
I'm like scared now to come in here.
Oh, no.
No.
I'll take
I
all the
ghosts.
attention.
No.
No. So we're gonna now I don't know what we're gonna do.
We're going to go hang out.
Yeah, we're gonna hang out. We'll go to the
Nice.
pet store and
Yeah.
rescue some animals.
Yeah.
And
Beautiful.
all kinds of stuff.
That's right.
Nice.
Read a book.
Yeah. See you later.
Bye.
Dragon Micro Budget Studios brings you a new concept in movie watching on the small screen, containing some of the world's most interesting films by cinema's biggest talent, which will be shown and added to on a monthly basis. As a subscriber, you will be able to receive free stuff and learn from the various tutorials and equipment reviews that will be uploaded at Dragon.
Wow!